Hi there, this is Monica from Inventory Planner. We have great news for you. We're releasing a new functionality which is called Batch Stock Orders. With this new functionality, we offer the ability to create multiple purchase orders and/or transfers for multiple vendors and destination warehouses, associating them with a batch number. Let's have a look on how to do so. The first step is when we go to our left menu, we click on Replenishment and it will load our replenishment page. Here we will see all variants to replenish, where we can select all variants to create our multiple stock orders. Then at the bottom, in the purple menu button, we have the arrow. We will click on it. It will have a drop-down menu. We will select the third option, multiple stock orders to Shopify US warehouse for all 102 variants. It will load the following page. Here we will have a few options. Here we can configure our multiple purchase orders and we can generate the multiple purchase orders or transfers at once as a stock order batch. We can select the type as purchase order or transfer. We can select the status, the default status when the purchase orders or transfers are created. I'm going to leave it as open. Then we have the item type, where we can select between simple variants and assemblies. Then we have the vendors function, where we can select specific vendors or leave the option all vendors. I'm going to leave the option all vendors. Then we have the vendor UOM. When is enabled, we consider the vendor's unit of measurement for purchase orders. Then we have the option round quantity up. We round the quantity up to the highest number, down to the lowest number. I'm going to leave it as up. Then we have the destination warehouse. We select the destination warehouse for our purchase orders. So I'm going to select Shopify US warehouse, then FBA US, and then FBM. We have this option where it says save to Amazon. Here, if we enable it, it will sync the stock orders to your connection to be managed and received there. Proceed confirming it if you want to do so, and then click on create multiple purchase orders. Here we will see that it will create our stock orders, purchase orders under a batch number 14. It created 6 purchase orders. We have number 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. We have the details as default as we set it up, all created as open. It was already saved for Amazon and synced according to our preferences. Then we have the destination warehouse, then how many units we ordered, the creation date, the expected date, and then the source that says batch and how many purchase orders were created. Now let's test it by creating transfer orders. We go to our replenishment page again. And then let's select all items. Then the same procedure. We have to click on the arrow, multiple stock orders. Then here we will change it a little bit. We want us type a transfer. So it changes the title to new multiple transfer orders. The status, I'm going to leave it as open. Item type, I'm going to leave it as simple variants. Then we have the option source warehouse, where we select our source warehouse. So let's select Shopify US warehouse. Limit transfer quantities by, we have 2 options as available stock or current stock. The forecasted available stock is lower than the current stock if or when there are forecasted sales at the source warehouse that must be considered when calculating the available stock for transfers. So I'm going to leave it as available stock. Then we have the option round quantity as before, to round the quantity up to the highest number or down to the lowest number. So let's do down this time. We have the option of transfer UOM, unit of measurement, that can be configured in catalog warehouses. The transfer UOM is configured for the source warehouse, not the destination warehouse. If there is no transfer UOM or no source warehouse specified, the vendor UOM is used if applicable. Then we have a prioritization method when we select more than one destination warehouses. Let's have a look on how it works. Let's select our first destination warehouse, the Shopify US. Then we have the Shopify UK. And then we can have a third one that is FBA CA. And then let's have an FBA MX. So here we have a prioritization method. When adding the destination warehouse, we offer the possibility of prioritization methods for batch destination warehouses. When there is insufficient stock in the source warehouse, we use the primary method. In case of a tie, we use the secondary method to determine how to distribute stock. We attempt to satisfy replenishment for the top priority warehouse before considering replenishment for the next priority. Let's have a look to the methods. There are 3 methods. The first one is the stock cover. We first fulfill the replenishment recommendations for the warehouse that has the lowest stock cover. Then we have the warehouse replenishment, where we first fulfill replenishment recommendations for the warehouse that has the highest replenishment needs. Then we have a manual approach, where we first fulfill replenishment recommendations for the warehouse that has the lowest priority. We can use the handles to drag and drop and organize the warehouses according to our preferences. I'm gonna leave it as stock cover for the first one, and then the warehouse replenishment. Here again, I have all the warehouses. Then I have in the third column the save option, where we will sync all the information to our connected platform to manage and handle there. I'm gonna leave it as it is. Let's have a look. My source destination warehouse is Shopify US. I'm gonna delete this one. Perfect. So where we use the replenishment from, and then where it's going. And then we can just proceed creating multiple transfer orders. The history. So if we go to our new purchase orders, we have the stock orders batch history, where we have all the orders that were created through a batch, the status if it was done, then the number of orders, then we have the column errors, and then we have error details to detail if there was any error. So this is really helpful to understand what's going on, then who was the user who created it, and all details. So remember, usually it's all in stock orders, and then we have the stock orders batch history. We can have the stars column to understand how was the order created. We hope you enjoyed this new functionality. Just let us know as usual your thoughts, opinions. If you have any questions, we're happy to hear it. All the inventory planner team is here for you. We have our message function, as you know, in case you need further help or support, and we're happy and glad that you will use this functionality and it will make your life easier on business decisions better for the future. Thanks so much.